Every year, migratory waterbirds conduct amazing journeys, travelling from south to north and back again. They have evolved impressive migration strategies in order to breed successfully and make best use of resources. Here is an impressive example of these journeys. A satellite-tagged bar-tailed godwit demonstrated the journey taken by thousands of godwits every year. Starting in New Zealand, it stopped at the Yellow Sea to rest and refuel before making the journey to its breeding site, Alaska. After successfully breeding, it flew back to New Zealand in a single 12,000-kilometre flight, taking 8 days. In order to cover such long non-stop journeys, bar-tailed godwits accumulate reserves of fat before migration, which they consume during the flight. By the time they arrive at the next stop, their weight is reduced to almost half. Just as godwits migrate each year, many other waterbird species conduct similar yearly journeys. Another example is the increasingly rare Siberian crane, migrating between breeding sites in northern Russia and non-breeding sites in central China. Scaly-sided mergansers, a duck species with a long crest and beautiful scale pattern on their side, migrate between breeding sites in far eastern Russia, northeast China and probably in the DPRK, and non-breeding sites in the Republic of Korea and further south and west in China. These migratory routes across a region are called a flyway, and there are 9 major flyways in the world. The East Asian Australasian Flyway stretches from Alaska and Siberia through East and Southeast Asia to Australia and New Zealand. It supports 50 million migratory waterbirds of over 200 migratory waterbird species. Migratory waterbirds' long migrations are supported by habitats along the flyway, where they can eat and rest and prepare for the next stage of the journey. Their main habitats are wetlands, such as coastal areas and tidal flats, ponds, rivers and paddy fields. Such wetlands also support human lives by providing clean water and food resources, disaster prevention and the stabilisation of the climate. However, loss of these wetlands is threatening the survival of migratory waterbirds. Rapid economic development and the large human population in the East Asian Australasian Flyway have been competing for wetlands, and these important habitats are rapidly disappearing due to human activity. Other threats include illegal hunting with guns and mist nets, and the stealing of eggs, which directly decrease the number of birds. One of the long-distance migrants, the spoon-billed sandpiper, has become critically endangered, its global population dropping to less than 400 individuals due to habitat loss and human disturbances along their flyway. Do we have a right to destroy their habitats? The East Asian Australasian Flyway Partnership is a framework for international cooperation for the conservation of migratory waterbirds and the sustainable management of their habitats. We facilitate and encourage our country governments and organisations to work together in research, education and conservation activities. The Flyway Site Network is a critical element of the partnership, helping to ensure that a network of internationally important sites in the East Asian Australasian Flyway are sustainably managed to support the long-term survival of migratory waterbirds, shared assets of all the countries in the Flyway. EAAFP, together with its partners, provides educational activities and training to provide the tools and knowledge to ensure better understanding among governments and the public. Global awareness raising campaigns, including World Migratory Bird Day, offer opportunities for citizens to learn about birds and highlight the importance of conserving them and their habitat. In working groups and task forces, experts discuss the issues, develop strategies and take action to tackle key threatened species and areas of concern. Such cooperative activities are gradually resulting in the recovery of some migratory waterbird populations. For example, 20 years ago there were only 600 of the globally endangered black-faced spoonbill. Now the population has increased dramatically as a result of conservation efforts. Another successful conservation action was installing artificial nest boxes for scaly-sided mergansers. Continuous efforts are crucial to conserve habitats and raise awareness on migratory waterbirds and their threats. Let's work together to ensure continuing migration of these wonderful birds.
Each year, tens of millions of waterbirds migrate between their breeding sites as far north as Siberia and Alaska, and then they travel thousands of kilometers to their non-breeding grounds as far south as Australia, New Zealand and Bangladesh. And twice a year we celebrate the amazing migration of these waterbirds through the World Migratory Bird Day.
This place is a very, very beautiful beach in Krabi, Estuary, and the local people here, they are very lovely, and they are also have very concerned about to protect the wetland and shorebird, because they know this kind of the natural resource, they can get benefit and income from the tourists.